Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash, double honor and praise to Apostle Elder Regina, that's taught me this truth, and peace and blessing to the Akim that has their life daily, pushing this truth for sincerity. And once again, my name is Aina. To the Aqua Listen Learning, Shalom. Once again, my name is Aina. I'm with GMS Detroit Bar Camp, and this is just a quick lesson on being faithful unto death. And we have examples of that from prophets that were faithful unto death, like Daniel, men of the Bible, living examples like Yahushua being faithful unto death. The seven Maccabee brothers, Eleazar, and Second Maccabees, the 6th chapter. But let's get at it. Matter of fact, let's get the first scripture, the inspiration of this video. This is Revelations 2:10. For none of those things which thou shalt suffer, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And kind, be thou faithful unto death. Just hang in there, brother. They don't hate us. They hate the Most High who sent us. They hate Him. Matter of fact, where is it? Right here. Yep. Because if the world, this is John 15:8. If the world hates you, know ye that it hated me before it hated you. It hated Yahushua before it hated you. If you were of the world we love his own. Because you are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I say unto you, the servant is no greater than his master, and if they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. And if they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. And kind. They hate Yahushua before they hated us. Man, they hate these words. These words are terrible to the ears of them. To hear that they about to go in captivity. To hear that the Most High don't love everybody. They hate to hear the judgment. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? They hate these words. They don't want to hear these words. Just be faithful. Be faithful like like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in Daniel's third chapter. This Daniel 3:15. Now, if ye be ready, at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, flute, and the harp, and the sackbut, and the psaltery, and the dulcimer, and all kind of music, ye fall down and worship the image, that which I have made well. But if ye not worship, ye shall be cast in the same hour into the midst of the burning fiery furnace, whom that is that God shall deliver you out of my hands. So Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not cheerful to answer thee in this manner. If it be so, our power whom we have served is able to deliver us whom we have from the fiery burning furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast cast which thou hast set up. Then Nebuchadnezzar, full of fury, and the form of his visage the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should be heat in the furnace 1 and 7 times more than was wont to be heated. And he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego to cast them into the fiery furnace. And when these men were bound in their coats and was hosen and they hats and they other garments was cast into the midst of the fiery furnace, in the burning of the fiery furnace. Therefore, because of the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace was exceedingly hot, and the flame of the fiery slew those men that took up Meshach, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and all these three Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fell down into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose up in haste and spoke and said unto his counselor, did not we cast these three and bound into the midst of the fire? And they answered and said, O king, true. They said unto the king, true, O king. And he answered and said, lo, I see the 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. Meshach and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They ain't get no hurt or anything. Hello? Hi, Tracy. Speaking. Slack here. But yeah, fear none of those things, man. Fear none of those things that these devils might throw at you. These were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They was thrown in a blazing fire, and they still endured it and lived. And nothing hurt of them. Daniel in the 6th chapter, he was thrown in the lion's den, and he survived that. We have examples that the Most High delivered them out of anything. And matter of fact, let me just go ahead and go straight to the point. On this. This is Daniel 6:16, and the king commanded that they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of the lions. And now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God whom thou servest continually, he will deliver thee. And a stone was brought, and he laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of the Lord, the purpose that it might not be changed. Concerning Daniel, then the king went to his place and passed the night fasting. Neither were the instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. And the king rose nearly early into the morning, and he went in haste into the den of the lions. And he came up and cried a lamentable voice unto Daniel. And the king spake and said unto Daniel, O Daniel, the servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continue able to deliver thee from the lions? And then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. My power hath sent his angel to shut up the lion's mouth, and that they have not hurt me, not as much, for as much before him innocency was found in me, as before thee, O king. I have done no hurt. Have I done no hurt? And the king was exceedingly glad for him. That's the point. Have faith. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith in your hope and your how about Shemi Shai. He'll deliver you out of out of these things. Be faithful unto death. Even if you're going to die, like the brothers in the seven Maccabees, uh, uh, even if you're going to die, still have faith unto death. Don't worry about it. Keep pushing. You know, as it came to pass, 7 brothers with their mother were taken and compelled by the king against the law to taste swine flesh, and were tormented with scourges and whips. And this whole chapter is a good story on faith, and more so keeping the faith unto death. And this is seven Maccabees, the 7th chapter, and you can read this whole chapter. It's a great chapter on reading. I ain't gonna read the whole chapter, but hey, this is a good chapter on reading about being faithful unto death. Hey, I highly recommend it. And also, the 6th chapter, starting at about like the 18th verse. Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, a aged man, and a far well favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth to eat fine flesh, but rather chosen to die glorious than to live with a stain of such abomination, spit it forth, and came to his own accord to the torment, as it behooved them to come that were resolute to stand against such things that are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Hey, 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 such things are not the such things are not lawful for love of life to be tasted. Hey, like the MOB, the stabbing jab. It's not. These things are not to be tasted for a love of life. Just to live a little while longer in this system, in this life. If you gonna fall, it don't matter. What Esau say. You gonna fall regardless. The Most High wants you to come up, hit the grave, fall down, give up the ghost. It's gonna happen regardless what Esau say. You know, life and death is in the Most High's hand. It's not in the Esau hand. These doctors don't know. They can't they can't tell you if you're gonna live or die tomorrow, but the Most High can. You know. But they that had charge of the wicked feast for the old acquaintance that they had with the man, taking him aside and besought him, bringing him flesh of his own provision. Hey man, they said, hey, here goes some chicken, right, man, make it believe this was that's fine. Hey man, Eleazar, we don't want you to die. Here goes some chicken, man. Act like it's that. Eleazar didn't want to play like that, you know, such as lawful for him to use, as if he did eat the flesh that was taken for sacrifice commanded by the king, and that so doing he might be delivered from death. For the old friendship with them, he did with them find favor, but begin to consider discreetly as became his age, and seely with his ancient years, in the honor of his great hairs, whereon it was come to his honored education from a child, and rather the holy laws given to him by his father. Wherefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straightway to send him to the grave. Hey, that's a man being held tight to his integrity. Asked him to put straightaway send me to the grave. Being faithful unto death. And this is a good read all the way down to the end. For becoming unto our age, he said, in any wise to assemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being fourscore year old and 10, he was 90 years old, were now gone to a strange religion, as though my hypocrisy and desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. And it would have been a stain to his age, and he would have made it abominable. For though my present time should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet I should not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. And if you and now, wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I show myself as such as one as my age requires, and leave a notable example to such as to willing as such as to be young and to willing to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws. Then he said, and when he said these words, he immediately went to the torment. And that's a beautiful way to die. Die for your beliefs, you know? If you die for your beliefs, have faith. This First Thessalonians 1:4-6, for the Lord, this Yahweh Shai, himself shall ascend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, with the trump of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and the dead in the Messiah shall rise first. And when we are alive and remain, be caught up together with the clouds with them, but Slakia, and then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them. If you go in the ground, you're gonna be caught up. You're gonna be one of the first seeds of the of the children of Israel back from the Daniel 12:1. 2. Many of them, Daniel 12:2, many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. If you die for the shame, you gonna wake up to everlasting life. And some of you, if you die for and you receive this MOBT, you gonna wake up with everlasting shame. That's automatic. You gonna wake up to everlasting shame because you received the MOBT. You ain't gonna receive mercy from the Most High on this side of life. You gonna be destroyed. This is Revelation 6:9, and 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 when he had opened the fifth seal, and I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood upon them that dwell upon the earth? And all they rose, and all the white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest, yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren should be killed, as they were should be fulfilled. So, the brothers that was out there before us, they up there in heavens right now. They waiting, and they crying right now to the Most High, saying, "How long will you let these motherfuckers how long will you not judge this place for shedding our righteous blood?" You know, this is Revelations 14 and 13, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, Blessed are the dead which die in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. And I look and behold a white cloud. Oh, that's Yahweh Shai. God. And this Revelation 24, and I saw the thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, and neither received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with the Messiah for 1,000 years. Hey. And my last scripture is this one right here. Matter of fact, my last scripture is this one right here. This is 2nd Ezra 2 and 43. And in the midst of them, there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of them, their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted. And I marveled greatly. I marveled at greatly. And I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that put off the immortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and they are now crowned and receive palms. And then I said unto the angel, What young person is that crowned them and give them palms in their hands? And he answered and said unto me, that it is the Son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then I began to greatly commend them that stood so swiftly for the name of Yahweh Shai. And then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell thy people what manner of things and how great wonders Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, that power thou hast seen. So, that's it. Be faithful unto death, man. And be faithful unto death. Learn this truth. Start preaching this truth. And then after that, maybe you could be one of these men that get that crown of life from the hand of Yahweh Shai. Maybe you could be of the hopeful elect or the 1/3 of Israel. So with that said, shalom.